You know, one thing remains undeniable. What a year it has been. And I'm saying that for myself as well. And through it all, we did our best to be here for you every morning.
Yeah, but then again, you guys did even more to make sure you could actually join us every single morning, because every single time you tuned in to Wake Up Nigeria, you gave us more reason to continue to be better and better at what we do.
It did. And as we anticipate the beginning of the year 2022, we are especially excited to be here with you this morning on the absolute last Wednesday of the year 2021. Drum roll, somebody.
Oh, well, it is the top of the morning, and of course, good morning to you from me. You already know we'll be having an amazing time of it here till the very end.
And you know, at this juncture, we simply must introduce the very beautiful, very stylish. I was going to say Winfrey. But
okay, throw it to me. I'll throw it to her.
Okay, let me throw it to you. The very stylish Winfrey Okolo.
And we also have the very beautiful Titi Oyesa right here.
So I'm just waiting for
so Mary,
who's going to say my own.
Me. I was literally going to say that.
This life.
Should I do it?
Okay, do it.
Should I do it? Of course, we have with us the resplendent, the beautiful, the exotic Mary.
Okay. Oh, wow, wow. It's such an exciting morning,
Definitely.
really. Okay. Of course, we are very excited to see what the rest of the year holds.
Yes.
I wonder, are you? You can share your hopes and thoughts with us on social media. And of course, we are at TVC Connect.
Definitely, and let us also remind you that we have quite a number of interesting things happening in the incoming year. So you make your plans. Make sure you actually make Wake Up Nigeria one of those major plans, because it's very, very important that you stay here with us.
Yes, my name is Mary Bashua Alimi, and of course, as I said earlier, she's Winfrey.
Yes, my name is Winfrey Daniel Okolo.
Yeah, you can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Do download the TVC app on both Android and iOS stores and watch live shows anywhere you are on the planet. Also go to YouTube. You can also find us at TVC Connect.
Yes, and of course, still preparing for the incoming year. We'll go straight to the highlights, because we have registered dietitian and nutritionist Abimbola Olusholanke, who will be joining us on the nutrition segment to pinpoint foods to scrap from your menu in year 2022. Why do I feel like I need that lecture?
We all do. We definitely all do.
And from that, we move on to Top 5 Anything, where we highlight some of the best moments of diverse categories. Stay tuned to see what we will be focusing on this morning on the show, okay? And finally, we have the Lagos matchmaker, Didi Edet, joining us to talk about what should be the new focus in our relationship as we bring in the new year out with the old in with the new, a new approach to relationships in 2022.
That rhymes.
Yeah, that rhymes. Out with the old, in with the new.
Please, not with
a
the
new
nannies.
approach for 2022. So, well, out with the old sometimes can be a good refresher course for some people.
You know, we talked about that yesterday. The old people losing their caregivers and nannies already. And a friend reached out to me yesterday and said, a nanny just called to say she's not coming back in January.
A lot of them do that.
Yeah, and she has 3 children. Wow. And she has a project in January.
Wow. I actually have, I think, if my sister, right, she has this situation. So whenever they say they're leaving like that, she doesn't plan for them to come back. Even if they say they're coming back.
Yeah.
Seriously. She just starts looking for someone. If they call and they're like, oh, okay. She's like, okay, fine.
Okay, great, come back.
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, it can feel like you've been abandoned, like abandoned by the caregivers. But yeah, we need to take care of things, especially during the holidays.
So there's something that we can never abandon, Chef.
Yeah,
that's the weather. You have no control over it.
So Mary, I guess you are in that group.
That group of cheesy lines.
Mary.
Yeah.
Okay.
What group?
We'll tell you. We'll tell you more about it.
It's a WhatsApp group you need to join. Don't worry.
Okay.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Winfrey Daniel Okolo, and it is time for the news. We begin with this development in Abuja, where President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to sign the 2022 appropriation bill on Friday. That according to the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu. According to him, the 2022 budget has been transmitted by the National Assembly and the President will sign the bill into law by 10 a.m. This comes barely a week after lawmakers in the House of Representatives and Senate chambers of the National Assembly passed a budget of 17.126 trillion naira, increasing the benchmark price of crude from $57 to $62 per barrel. On its part, the House of Representatives passed the budget last Tuesday. The National Assembly raised the total 2022 budget figures from the proposed 16.391 trillion naira to 17.126 trillion naira. It says signing the budget before the end of the year will enable Nigeria to continue on the path of a one-year budget cycle. And away from budgets, let's talk security. In Zamfara State, reports say 10 people have been killed and 33 abducted in 8 communities. The victims are mostly women and children, and few men among them. The bandits also set ablaze shops, houses, catered away with large quantity of food items and other valuables belonging to the locals. The communities affected are Kura, Bayawuri, Ghana, Doma, Geba Nsakwa, Gidan Kasa, and Gidan Kaura in Bongudu and Gusau local government area. TVC News gathered that the bandits stormed the villages of motorcycles and spent hours unleashing mayhem on the villagers. Without any security intervention, some of the fleeing suspects have relocated to Gusau, the state's capital, for safety. And to health matters, Bauchi and Ebonyi states have recorded new deaths from Lassa fever as the nation's toll from the disease since the beginning of 2021 rises to 92. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control disclosed this in its latest situation report on the outbreak of the disease in the country. Data from the reports for week 50, which covered December 13th to 19th, revealed that 3 more deaths were reported in the week under review. While Bauchi reported 2 new fatalities, Ebonyi recorded 1 death from the disease. And that's all we'll be taking for news for now.
Hello and good morning. Welcome. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now it's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers in the dailies. My name is Titilayo Unison. We're starting with the Vanguard newspaper, and today is Wednesday, December 29th, 2021. And we're talking budgets on the cover of the Vanguard this morning. 26 states eye more capital projects in 2022. More information on page 5. Federal government, 10 states to spend more on recurrent expenditure and 36 states to spend 26.6 trillion naira in 2022. And let's see what else we have here. Yes, we have a diagram here, how federal government, states, zones will spend 26.6 trillion naira in 2022. And as you can see, it's all color-coded there. And yeah, some large numbers. Check it out on the cover of the Vanguard. We also have here Obasanjo to Clark. You can't have 2 sovereign entities within a state. Page 4 has more on that. Direct primaries. Buhari's decision in Nigeria's best interest, according to presidency. On electricity, Nigeria misses $2.3 billion PPI 7,000 megawatt target. And Shagamu-Bini Highway checkpoints removal will ease commuters' frustration. It also says here, bid round, NUPRC assures marginal field winners of full implementation. And that's it on the cover of the Vanguard. Now, we also have the Nation newspaper with us this morning, and it says, oil belongs to Nigeria, not Niger Delta. According to Obasanjo, it says here, ex-president tackles Clark. I bear no grudge against region. The story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 6. Bayelsa spill, abrupt wellhead leak, impossible without interference, experts insist. Right at the top here, ex-president Jammeh guilty of murder, it says there. And, well, we lost that one, sadly. Yeah, a little technical hitch there, but it was already time to round up.
I always find it amusing that in this life, some people actually enjoy exercise. I'd rather walk from Ikeja to Oshodi. No, seriously, see, I prefer walking.
Really?
Yes. To all these...
I enjoy taking long walks, but I do enjoy exercise.
No, I don't enjoy
The problem is
exercise.
starting the exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Once you start,
it's easier to keep pushing, but
exactly.
that's starting. No.
Yeah.
We have so many things we don't want to start. One of it.
All right, then.
Okay.
We were online yesterday, and we came across a really interesting conversation. So there's a lady and her fiance who were replying someone's comments
Kindly note,
on TikTok.
Fiance.
Fiance.
Yes.
Yes. On TikTok. You know, there's this thing now where you can ask people to ask you anything. And so the couple were in pajamas, in bed, you know, answering people's questions. And then someone says, who pays the bills?
Okay.
So the lady begins to explain that, you know, he pays the bills. But then she went further to say that her check gets paid into his account.
So they pay
And I'm
the
like,
bill.
huh? Wait. Your check is paid into his, so like your salary is directly paid into it, not that you receive it and then you pay it into a joint
What's the
account.
difference?
There's a difference.
The money is going into the
There's
account.
a difference.
What's the difference?
I receive my money, then I
transfer it
put
to you.
what I want into the joint or whatever
Wimpy,
account.
the
it
way
is.
you're smiling and the way you're interjecting.
And then the next thing he says is he gives her like an allowance of like $100, which is about 50K, which is it's not a bad amount of money. Huh? It gives her an allowance of 50K a week for things around the house and all that, but he handles the money.
Okay.
My main bone of contention is this issue of her check being paid directly into his account.
Like,
Take
please, in
note.
case people don't understand what it is saying, she means that her salary
Is being
is
paid.
being paid into her fiance's account. So she went to her finance department in the organization she works for. And she said, I don't want you to pay my salary into my account anymore. Please be paying it directly into my fiance's account. Titi, continue.
So now, for married couples, I feel like, you know, there's a whole discussion over joint accounts that has been overflogged for years. But they're not married yet.
Okay, but they are
There are
engaged.
some people that they are in
Sure.
relationships that are stronger than marriage.
Actually,
Are you sure about
there's
that?
that. But they are
So-
engaged.
They're engaged.
Okay.
So what's your opinion?
Okay, concerning the engagement part, right, I'll say this since, I mean, Christmas just passed, right?
Yeah.
When Indra Gabriel came to Mary, what really happened was...
Why
He
did you say
also
you married
had-
twice with
he
your
had-
hand this way?
No, I'm just saying. He also felt the need to talk to Joseph. At that point, they were engaged. Yes, they were not married yet, but they were living together. But the
Okay.
Bible also captured the fact that,
You know,
she was her husband.
For a minute, I thought you had forgotten what the Bible said.
No, he was her husband.
okay.
Right, so they tagged him as husband. Also,
Husband.
in old Roman times, right, the penalty for breaking an engagement was stoning to death.
Oh, wow.
So it was that grievous.
Okay, so
fine.
being
they're
engaged
not-
is very important.
is very weighty.
Wow.
Yes, that's my point.
So let's just remind you.
continue.
I know you like calling me devil's advocate.
So
Okay,
But let me just remind you of something. In this time and age, the penalty for broken engagement is a broken heart. You will live with it. There is nobody that is going to be stoning anybody to death.
No.
Yeah,
People
I'm
will
just
tell you are
saying.
just a good woman for being generous. Life goes on. Even though he has bought a Ferrari for his new girlfriend with the money you made for years,
Yes.
it's still part of love.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
Let's
but
go
I
on.
would just like to say that it's important to note that we need to go for
She
the
actually
things.
used those.
We need to go for the things that are meant to be, the way they are meant to be, as opposed to how they are. So we are working in those.
I know of a lot of
just
married
about
couples that it works for. There are some, especially when the female is considered a little frivolous with spending. Maybe she's not financially, her acumen for finance is not really there. Some women, some wives prefer, okay, let him handle it so that it reduces arguments, issues, and it's working for them. But be married first.
Anyway,
What are you people even talking about?
Well,
Okay, I also know a
Wait.
reverse situation.
Wait, you've talked
where
about
the
the money part.
husband literally moves his money into the wife's account and she handles it because he knows she's more financially responsible.
Yes,
Look,
exactly.
so I honestly
So that's
believe that
possible.
what works is
For
what, do you understand? For the
exactly
family
where I'm
and
going. My
situation
own is
what should be.
everybody knows what works for them. However, when it comes to money, money is a very sensitive subject.
Yes.
It is, no doubt.
Very sensitive.
It's spiritual.
It's not even, it even goes beyond spiritual because especially when somebody has worked for something, be it the
Yes.
man or the woman, for a man or a woman to say, this is my salary, I want you to manage it.
I feel that's the highest.
That's the
level of trust.
highest level of trust.
And if you
Yeah.
break it,
So it's too much for you to take on.
Yeah, it's a big
I
responsibility.
feel like it's
even
a
for the
huge
guy.
responsibility, be it for the man or the woman. So I don't think it's a responsibility you should take on. You can take on the responsibility where you say, okay, you know what, give me 50% of your salary,
Yeah.
I'll manage it for you
Yeah.
and all that.
Or I'll
But
help
the
you invest it.
entire
Yeah.
thing,
to be honest,
I feel it's too much.
It's a bit much.
to be
It is a
honest,
bit much,
Because
yeah.
anything can happen. We are all human. I'm not saying I'm not even talking about divorce or anything, but mismanagement of funds can happen.
Yeah.
The man has access to the funds, and then he decides, oh, I want to make a particular investment.
Yeah.
And sometimes might not consult his wife because it's probably spur of the moment.
Yeah.
They lose everything. She doesn't have any money by the side because he has all the money. That's the problem.
So that's also high risk.
That's what
it's
I'm saying,
high
that it
risk
takes a
for
lot of
everyone.
responsibility.
All right, well,
I wanted to say something, but no.
my money is my money. Your money is our money.
What did you
Our money is our money.
Our money is
If
our
we're
money.
relating as a couple,
Everybody's
as being
money
joined
is everybody's
as one,
money. In fact, the
our
children's
our
money is everybody's.
That's my own
We
thing.
take this break,
none
we'll
of
be
my
right
daughters are
back.
going to
Stay
do
with
things
us
like
as
that,
Wake
yeah.
Up Nigeria.
Right.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. And right about now, we're about to make something quite delicious. And I have my chef here with me, Chef Incy. Incy Splash. Is that
You're right,
I'm
yeah.
right, right?
Incy Splash,
Nice.
you're right.
Incy Splash. Okay, so today, what are we making?
We're making super plantain.
Super plantain.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a feeling that this recipe is from you. It's from within.
Yeah.
It is,
Not really,
right?
yeah.
You brought this out.
Yes.
from yourself. Awesome. So now tell me, what do we have here? What are we
Okay.
needing?
We'll have, normally the food can go with maybe cow head, cow tail, but I have goat meat here. We have
right.
more dry fish. This is periwinkle. And the plantain itself, we have onions, crayfish.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we have all of this.
Yeah.
And so now run me through the method of cooking
Okay.
this.
We need a pot to season that.
Okay. Just running through. We'll come back
Okay,
to that.
we're going to season it first. Then we prepare our plantain. We chop it. Then we put it on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll actually boil the plantain first.
No, we have to steam this one first. We have
Steam
to
this
season it.
first.
Yes.
Okay.
Before we now the plantain.
So is it a one-pot meal?
Yes, it's going to be one pot meal.
We'll put everything inside. So we would definitely be using some palm oil, right?
Yeah, we
'Cause
need
I
palm
see-
oil too, yes.
Okay, so now I noticed there's this here.
Yeah.
Explain what this does in this
Yeah,
meal.
actually, I like working with plantain. There are people who are diabetic and they need
Yes,
food like
yes,
this. So,
yes.
so I try to create recipe that has to do with plantain that can be good for their health. And you can still do without the oil. The oil
Okay.
is just to make it look appealing, but for someone who is checking his or her maybe cholesterol level,
Yes.
you can do without the oil.
Without the oil.
Yeah, see
so
how
I
they-
noticed that this is something I see. This periwinkle
Yeah.
is something I see when people make that ekpankukwo.
Ekpankukwo, yeah, right.
Yes. So I'm surprised to see that actually go in a dish.
Yeah, it goes with this.
With this. Okay. So why do you decide to use the shelled one?
The
and not
shelled one is, I prefer this because to me it's richer. Yeah, it's not tampered with because the one they remove from the shell is maybe they have to put it inside water and
or
preserve
something.
it. But this
True.
one, you cut it fresh, wash it fresh, and so you have the, yeah.
Okay, great. So how do we clean this? Because I noticed that these guys are always super sandy
Yeah.
when you buy them. So is there any special method you use to actually clean it?
Yeah, after cutting it, you wash it. You can use salt to wash it and shake it very well. When you wash it, the dirt will go out and you can
Are you
use it.
serious?
Yeah,
just
it's
like
fine,
that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now what leaf is this?
This
Scent
is,
leaf?
yeah, scent leaf.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and this is going to give flavor
Yeah.
to our meal. So this
Yes.
one, you haven't prepared it at all yet.
No, not
You're
at
going
all.
to season and do
Yeah,
all of that.
season
Then,
and-
of course, tell me about the fish.
Dry fish.
Dry fish, yes.
Dry fish is good for the body. It's proteinous,
It also
just
puts-
like this, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And also adds a whole lot of flavor
Yeah,
and spice
naturally,
to it.
yes.
Nice, nice. Then yellow pepper. It's definitely going to be very flavorful.
I like
can
the
feel it
sense
already.
of yellow pepper. I can't
Yeah.
do without
You can't
it
do without
because it's very nice, yes.
It definitely is very nice. So we're going to be slicing that also.
Yeah.
And chopping it.
Yes.
And the onions too.
Yeah.
And then adding it to the pot. I'm
Yeah.
definitely excited
Yeah.
to see what this looks like. In case you didn't know, we're making super plantain. And let me quickly run through the ingredients. If I have it on the screen, we have salt, we have dry fish, we have crayfish, we have cow skin, palm oil, spicy leaf, goat meat, seasoning, periwinkles, fresh pepper, and unripe plantain. The plantain has to be unripe.
Yes.
But I'm sure they can add ripe if they want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you need a pot.
Yeah, I need a pot.
Start this. So which, do you want a big pot?
I need a big pot and a small pot.
And a small pot, okay. Yeah. So let me help you with that. So there you go. Big pot.
Yeah.
Done.
As a small pot.
And of course, yes, small pots.
Okay.
Yes, okay. So what, we're peeling that?
I think the bigger one would be better because...
The bigger one for that?
Yeah.
Because plantain is a lot.
Yeah, it's big.
Okay. There you go. Hope this one is big enough.
Yeah, it is.
Because you want a bigger one, I can't help you. But yeah, there we go. So we'll start peeling our plantain.
I will need knife.
Yes, there you go. I got you. Just tell me anything you need. I'm here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
need water. Need water.
Yeah, so we're making super plantain with plantain and a whole lot of natural, local ingredients. And definitely it's going to be amazing. So while I leave Chef Incy to complete that, we'll actually be going for a very, very important conversation on nutrition with Titi.
Now, we're joined today by our nutritionist. Since we're eating nice and healthy in the kitchen this morning, I'm loving the spread we put out there, Winfrey. Nice one, nice one. Big shout out to the chef. We have with us Abimbola Olusholanke. Now, she is on the nutrition segment this morning to pinpoint some foods that we need to scrap, get rid of, vamoose from our menu in 2022. I know I'm being dramatic about this, but it's for a reason, because next year, out with the old, in with the new. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Titi.
All right, so the best way to wrap up the year when it comes to nutrition is to plan what we're going to be eating next year. So they say, okay, we shouldn't talk about things you should not eat, but this time I really want us to go there and say things that we've probably been eating this year that we should really not be eating anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I go into that, can I set a little background to why I'm making today's recommendations?
Okay.
Right. You know, when COVID hit us in 2019, everybody was caught off guard. Yeah. And then it brought into spotlight that our health was actually completely compromised, a lot of people. Yeah. And your foundation is your nutrition. The foundation of your health is your nutrition, such that when you're taking medication, supplements, vaccines and stuff, if the foundation is not right, it's like building in thin air. It's not going to hold. So that is why I'm making recommendations today about being intentional and intelligent about, you know, our food, about what we eat. So quickly going into what we should, I strongly recommend that a lot of things that we consider as staples should actually be removed. And I'm going to walk them through 3 steps, very simple steps that I captioned Eden. So the E is the eliminate, which are the things we want to remove, like your white bread, right, which is made of bleached flour that can be carcinogenic for some people, in most cases. You want to remove a refined sugar, refined carbohydrates, all artificial colorings, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, artificial seasonings, caffeine, alcohol. These are things that compromise our health and can also harm our organs, you know.
Okay, so I have to go back over that again. You said white bread because of the bleached flour.
Yeah.
So flour, a lot of people don't know that wheat, when it's ground into powder, it actually comes out brown.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people don't know this.
Exactly.
So you're saying the bleached nature of this flour is what makes it so unhealthy.
Exactly. So it contains, so at the end of the day, when they're bleaching, they use chlorine and bromide, which makes, these are carcinogenic substances. So, you know, they are chemicals.
Okay.
And so I'm not saying that if you eat one slice, it's going to compromise you, but they're staples, so we eat them, most people eat them every day, and then you're just stacking the toxins in your system, compromising the health and immunity.
So we find alternatives such as brown bread and possibly removing bread from
you can
as
remove,
a staple?
yes. Just
Okay.
so my rule of thumb at this stage is think more of things that glow close to the earth.
Okay.
So like 80% of your diet should be made of things. So maybe once in a while you go visiting, they offer you that. You don't want to be rude to your host or hostess. You
Yes.
can take one. But the guiding principle should be 80% of what I'm eating should be wholesome foods that are close to the earth.
All right. Now, artificial coloring.
Yeah.
Now, coloring, they all have color codes. If you look at the ingredients on a bottle of soda, for instance,
Yeah.
most of the carbonated drinks have coloring
Like caramel,
in it.
yeah.
Juice has coloring added to it as well. I know cake. A lot of people like red velvet cake. And now that red velvet cake is actually it's packed full of coloring.
Exactly.
So why is food coloring so bad?
They have also, I think, glycol, propylene glycol or something like that. You know, all these are technical names, but the bottom line is that they affect your kidney functions. Wow. Some of them affect your thyroid function. So if one is trying to lose weight, your thyroid is not functioning properly. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. It's going to frustrate the goal. Yeah. And also, some of them affect your cardiovascular system. Some of them, you know, like distort the pathways in your body, because our bodies are powered by hormones, and when the hormones are compromised, then it means they are sending distorted messages. So just imagine the brain box of a car, for instance. If it's been compromised, if you are pressing the horn, for instance, maybe the speaker will be blasting or something. So that's what happens when it's compromised, and this is what these harmful foods do to our bodies.
All right, so maybe stick with vanilla cake, which has no coloring in it.
Yeah, you also want to, like, you know, the last time I mentioned that ratios. Yes. So you can actually do your homemade bakings yourself. Okay. Like my daughter, we were eating bread yesterday, and she was like, oh, maybe we have to start baking our bread now. Because most of the bread out there, they have improvers, they have all sorts of unhealthy substances that are compromising us. So you want to think in ratios, add some help. Like maybe you want to bake your bread, you can add flaxseed or chia seeds. That is fiber. Those are omega-3 fatty acids that will help you get rid of the free radicals in your body.
Can we talk a bit about fast food? We have things like donuts that people grab every day, meat pies, and the like. Now, these are all made of the same flour we're talking about, but they're also fried. Yeah. You gave an acronym, and we started with E. So do we eliminate those as well? We
eliminate them because a lot of them contain phthalates. Okay. These are like BPAs that also cause compromise our immune system. They cause inflammations in our system, which is the foundation of most non-communicable diseases like cancer, like stroke, like hypertension and stuff like that. So we have to eliminate them. And so the second stage is the D, which is detoxify. And I'm not talking about the hyped detoxes, fruit cleanses. These are just things that you can do naturally on daily basis, because we are exposed to these toxins on daily. In fact, our beauty products, our washing products, some of them have this ingredients. So you want to help your system to detoxify, daily.
Okay. So now we've taken the E and the D, but now we need to take the rest of those letters on social media, I'm afraid, because we've gone short of time. But hopefully we're getting that message across. Please visit our page at TVC Connect, and with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC, make your comments. I have to say thank you so much for coming through for us this December. And Happy New Year.
I hope that was useful.
Of course you were. And hey, for those of you out there who are wondering why you eat right, even if it's just because when you eat right, the dress will fit.
No pun intended.
Let's take a quick break, everyone. All right, then. Now, this week, we began something really interesting. Yeah. Top 5 anything. Or everything, let's say. Well, top 5 of everything.
Mostly focusing on 2021, though.
Of course. Yeah. So we talked quite a bit about, things we did in-house and things that have been happening around the world on social media. But we thought, being a Wonder Woman Wednesday, we should talk about some very interesting women and what they've been able to achieve in the past year. Now, we wanted to pinpoint really important women that have made an impact around the world. Now, we wanted to start with Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
So while we're even doing this, we're also trying as much as possible to domesticated, okay? So keep it Nigerian.
Okay.
Maybe African, but keep it Nigerian, okay? So women who have actually impacted lives or done significant things for themselves in the year 2021. So you mentioned Okonjo-Iweala.
Yes, she is serving as the Director General of the World Trade Organization presently. And it's so interesting that that happened this year, and it was received with so much pomp and pageantry earlier in the year. You know, we even tried to dress, we dressed up.
Yes, I was going to mention that. There was the Okonjo-Iweala challenge.
Yes, it was.
The Okonjo-Iweala challenge.
It was really interesting. A lot of young people, young girls, young ladies, women all over the world were dressing like her, wearing her glasses, tying their head tie like her. And it was really interesting that it was a Nigerian that, you know, got to that position, inspiring young people
and you
all
know,
over the world.
still talking about Nigerian, especially Nigerian women, we keep breaking grounds. You know, more women in politics, more women in business, more women in so many areas. And one woman also broke grounds. This year, Nimi Akinkunbe became the first female ambassador to Greece.
Yes,
really
indeed.
laudable feat. Now, Nimi is founder and chief executive officer of Bestman Games Limited. And in December 2012, a company launched the City of Lagos edition of Monopoly. Now, that's just one of the many achievements she's had. She was a guest on our show. So, for those of you wondering, Nimi Akinkunbe, I think I recognized her name. Yes, it's because she's been a guest on the show.
Of course. We're moving on quickly now. We have, of course, Choma Ude, who celebrated 10 years of running AFRIF, the African Film Festival. And she's known as the First Lady of African Media, and she's one of the most successful business leaders and media executives. Presently, she's working on a huge studio in West Africa, and we hear even Amazon Prime looking to work with her on it in that particular studio based on the standards that she has put in place.
And
congratulations to her.
Of course, we have to mention our very own Victoria Ajayi. She makes it to this top 5 list.
Yes, indeed.
She is the deputy CFO. But apart from that, she's also had some giant strides in the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. Now, apart from that, she also has been the backbone of the TVC Women's Network.
Yes,
which has been breaking ground. So many achievements in this past year. It all started like a joke, like a dream, and now it's become something really huge. So yes, we celebrate Victoria Ajayi.
Now, we're taking this outside the country for just a few more seconds. A big shout out to Kamala Harris, the first female vice president of the United States, and of course, the first black woman, or first woman indeed, to have presidential powers in the United States.
About 40 hours?
No. It was 1 hour, 45 minutes.
1 hour, 45 minutes, yes. So she was president for 1 hour, 45 minutes. So who knows? By the next election or the one after, she just might be the real president. And of course, a big shout out to our very own MM, breaking grounds with RTW by MM. The brand was launched last weekend. So yes,
it was.
That's another laudable achievement. We're really proud of you, girl.
All right, so that's it for our top 5 anything. I would love to hear your comments and contributions on that. Please use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Now, another lady that's breaking grounds in the kitchen.
Chef in the kitchen. Because we've just been hearing different crockery, and we cannot wait to see what the meal would be at the end of the day. The green plantain is making me feel like this looks really healthy. So Winfrey, how's it going there?
It's going amazing. I mean, we're taking a cue from what Titi Lishu just taught us to actually take some things out of our diets and eat stuff that are literally more grown closer to the ground. That's what she said, right? Yeah. Yes, that's what she said. Okay, so we're here and we're making super plantain, as Chef Nsi has said. So right about now, we literally have had the plantain ready. So it's been peeled, it's been washed, it's been scraped to take off all those extra things, dirt, and of course it's been chopped. Right about now, we have on fire water, boiling, and we have the goat's meat and cow skin also. I love the smell that's out of this. So tell me, what did you season that with?
Okay, I used the yellow pepper with seasoning and
Like the other time you came, you used, well, there was something that was confusing me. I literally had to run from across
to come
and see. And you used black
pepper, yeah.
Was that Cameroon or Ghanaian pepper?
It's not. It's used for continental dish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's actually just known as black pepper.
Yeah,
and you use
that's the common name. You can get it in the market. Just ask for black pepper.
Black pepper.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now you're using yellow pepper to season all of that, and the aroma is outstanding. So tell me, so what do you plan to do with that boiling water now?
So I want to add the plantain to it and add other ingredients to it and cook.
Okay, so yeah, of course you can
start
go ahead.
then.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yes.
Mm.
Yes. And then
Okay. I'll leave this.
so add some onion
Yeah.
to the plantain
Yeah.
for flavor. I noticed what did you do that? Did you grate it?
Yeah, I scrape it so that it can get thick.
Oh,
quick.
so okay.
Crayfish.
Okay, so now that is a skill right there.
Yeah.
So you want to cook something like this, you don't want it watery.
Yeah.
Right? So you
Like
just
kind
scrape a part
porridge,
of it.
Yeah.
So that it creates a base
Yeah.
for the soup or
Yes.
the juice. Okay. So now we're adding some salt and some seasoning.
and seasonings.
Nice.
Use my hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh.
that smells so nice. so nice. So nice already. Okay, now let's see what's inside this pot.
So I'm going to add this to here.
You're going to add this here now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
So it just needs to simmer for a few minutes, right?
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Here we
as
go.
you actually said, it's a one-pot dish.
yeah.
It all goes in.
So, we're good to go.
Let me help you. Let me help you. So you just turn it
Yeah,
slightly.
allow it
Abby?
to cook for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that how long it takes unripe plantain to cook?
Yeah.
Because unripe plantain, I used to boil it like yam.
Yeah.
I think it's even more difficult too.
It doesn't take long. That's why I used hot water.
Okay.
So the hot water will make it fast.
Oh, fast.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, now that that is out of the way, in case you're just joining us, we're making super plantain. And of course, the ingredients right now are on, or will be on your screen shortly. Okay, there they are. And of course, we have salt, we have dry fish, we have crayfish, we have cow skin, palm oil, spicy leaf, I think that's scent leaf,
Yeah.
goat meat, seasoning, periwinkles, fresh pepper, and unripe plantain. And of course, okay, yeah, I saw the periwinkle. So at what points do we have the periwinkle inside? When it's almost cooked?
Yeah, when it's almost cooked.
So how long does it take periwinkle?
Let's say 5 minutes.
5 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I think we're literally almost done.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Welcome back to it. We're pumped and we're excited to be here. And to be honest, we always are once we know you're watching us. So
Yes, that's right. You know, the anticipation for the new year is quite ripe. It's a little awesome to think that, is it possible for awesome to be little though? I don't know how that came about in my thoughts. But it is awesome to think that this is quite literally the last week of the year 2021. Let that sink in.
Definitely, and we're excited because we always are when we stand here in front of you every morning because you open your doors, your windows, and let us in. Yes, you do.
Yes, and we so much appreciate it. There's so much love. We have to admit the music, the food, the amazing chefs who make them, and the amazing guests who get to eat the food. And talking about food,
yes, of course, Chef Nse has been there, hard working through the morning, and of course, Titi is there helping her out, I suppose.
Yes, I just wanted to give a quick reminder, the 12 Christmas giveaways are still on. We'll be wrapping up this Friday.
Yes.
Big shout out to our friends at Smooth Farmers Market for providing a 10,000 naira gift voucher for you to spend on some food and goodies for New Year's.
Yeah. So you see why we say that your destination channel, once you get out of bed, is TVC.
Yep.
Not only do we feed your eyes, we also try to put something in your pockets. That's the way to go. There is this show and a number of others to show that you have an amazing start to your day and keep you going through the day, as a matter of fact. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi.
And my name is Winfrey Dania Okolo. Make sure you do stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Send in your comments using the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria right here on TVC.
And of course, download the TVC app, and that's on both Android and iOS stores. to watch TVC on the go. On YouTube, you will find us at TVC Entertainment.
Yes. Now, straight into what we have left for the show on this last 45 minutes, as I like to call it. I have the Lagos matchmaker, Didi Edet, joining us to talk about what should be the new focus in our relationships as we bring in the new year. Out with the old, in with the new, a new approach to relationships in 2022.
You know, I actually wish we had that conversation in the first hour so we could talk about it. Because really, is it possible to have things in or out? Like, people forget that nobody ever changes. They only make adjustments or improvements, but they don't change. Yeah, we all have the devil and the angel in us.
Personal improvement, personal growth is always really, really important. And the truth is, a lot of people go into relationships before they become whole themselves. So if you're not a whole person, how do you expect to try and complete someone else?
And that's the problem.
Okay. No, I think my question is, are we ever whole before we die? I think I've come to the point where I actually think that the idea of being whole is a continuous journey, and you never actually get there.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Like, I was going to say that being whole is a continuous thing. Like, it's something that you continue with forever. And the reality is, what makes the whole thing, as you're talking about, is some people have discovered certain things about themselves that some haven't. So because you are in your own self, and the other person isn't, it can be a problem. And then if both of you are in your own self and you're not ready to bend, then of course,
Mary, I'm sure you're not starting a relationship.
No, we do the motivational songs.
But I like the idea of out with the old, in with the new, especially if you're thinking of changing your partner. You know, it might sound mean to do it in the new year, but hey, new year, new beginning. If that
Please,
person,
let me just bust your bubble. You cannot change your partner.
Never.
Okay? Because most women are the same. Most men are the same.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Winfrey Dinarkolo, and it is time for the news. We begin with this development in Abuja, where President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to sign the 2022 appropriation bill on Friday. That's according to the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu. According to him, the 2022 budget has been transmitted by the National Assembly, and the President will sign the bill into law by 10 a.m. This comes barely a week after lawmakers in the House of Representatives and Senate chambers of the National Assembly passed a bill of 17.126 trillion naira, increasing the benchmark price of crude from $57 to $62 per barrel. On its part, the House of Representatives passed the budget last Tuesday. The National Assembly raised the total 2022 budget from the proposed 16.391 trillion naira to 17.126 trillion naira. It says signing the budget before the end of the year will enable Nigeria to continue on the path of a one-year budget cycle. And away from budgets, let's talk security. In Zamfara State, reports say 10 people have been killed and 33 abducted in 8 communities. The victims are mostly women and children, and few men among them. The bandits also set ablaze shops, houses, carted away large quantity of good food items and other valuables belonging to the locals. The communities affected are Kura, Bayawuri, Ghana, Doma, Geba, Nsakua, Gidan Kasa, and Gidan Kara in Bugundu and Gusau local government area. TVC News gathered that the bandits stormed the villages on motorcycles and spent hours unleashing mayhem on the villagers. Without any security intervention, some of the fleeing suspects have relocated to Gusau, the state's capital, for safety. Into health matters, Bauchi and Ebonyi State have recorded new deaths from Lassa fever as the nation's toll from the disease since the beginning of the year 2021 rises to 92. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control disclosed this in its latest situation report on the outbreak of the disease in the country. Data from the reports for week 50, which covered December 13 to 19, revealed that 3 more deaths were reported in the week on the review. While Bauchi reported 2 new fatalities, Ebonyi recorded 1 death from the disease. And outside Nigeria, a Truth and Reconciliation Commission in the Gambia on Friday recommended that ex-leader Yahya Jammeh be brought before an international tribunal for crimes allegedly committed during his 22-year dictatorship. The commission recommended prosecuting Yahya Jammeh and his core perpetrators in an international tribunal in West Africa outside of the Gambia under the auspices of either the African Union or the ECOWAS regional grouping, is said in a statement. The Truth, Reconciliation and Repatriation Commission was set up in January 2017 by President Adama Barrow, whose election in 2016 puts an end to more than 2 decades of dictatorship. The commission, which heard from nearly 400 witnesses, presented its findings to Barrow on November 25th and urged the government to pursue criminal charges. But neither the report nor the names of the official it's deemed responsible were made public until Friday. Jammeh seized power in 1994, and for 22 years he oversaw a regime accused of committing abuses such as state-sanctioned murder, torture, and rape. He went into exile in Equatorial Guinea in 2017 after Barrow's election victory, but retains considerable support in the country. And that will be all for the news for now.
Welcome back. Now, in 2022, a lot of people have resolutions that they've already begun to make, right? Especially towards maybe better business choices, financial choices, but then more importantly, relationships that we build along the way. Today we have the Lagos matchmaker, Didi Edet, with us. Now she is joining us to talk about what our new focus should be in our relationship as the new year rolls in. And we've been saying it all through today's show, out with the old and in with the new. So let's talk a little bit about a new approach to relationships in 2022. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Didi Edet is the Lagos matchmaker. So this is what she does for a living, people. She puts people together based on different criteria, you know, different variables. And it's been working for you for over 7 years now?
Yes, 7 years.
Amazing. So 2022 is rolling in. Everybody's, those who are single are probably a little emotional right now. And they're looking to start something fresh in the new year. What exactly should they be looking to do differently?
Like everything, like you said, we should all have like a New Year resolution. So even when it comes to dating, and even in relationships that are already existing, you know. So I spoke to someone and they were like, their New Year relationship resolution would be to, you know, listen to understand, not reply when having arguments, because of conflicts come in. And when people are married, they might not, you know, sometimes you just waiting so you can get your word in. But she's like, she wants to try to listen to what her spouse has to say to be able to understand, as opposed to trying to win the argument. You know, and she's like, you know, also putting effort in the new routines, just doing stuff that would be different from what you did last year in the effort for your relationship. And in dating as well, I feel like there are things you should do differently every year as well to help your dating life. Like, people don't take dating as seriously as I feel like they should. I feel people should include dating into your routine. The same way you'd say, you know, midweek service every Wednesday. Like, say, Thursday is my dating day. I actually do that. So
wow, Thursday is your dating day.
Yeah, so like every first date you have, you just fix it for Thursday.
Wow.
So it makes you get used to the idea that dating is important, and it's, you know, you put that time out for dating.
So when you say dating now, what does this constitute? This is meeting someone or connecting with someone online and actually having a physical meeting on that day?
Yes, the physical meeting part. Like going out to meet the person, going for dinner, drinks, just having that time set out for that. Would be very important. Otherwise, you just go through a whole month or two and not, you know, put that effort into your dating life.
So in 2022, be more intentional.
Exactly.
Add it to your schedule.
Yes.
And if you haven't got anybody to go out for dinner with on Thursday, I guess from Monday to Wednesday, you can start making plans for
You can start making plans. And even if there are also resolutions that are like, also don't just focus on dating as well. You know, don't forget to live your life while, you know, dating. So we have friendship groups as well on Lagos Matchmakers. So people have, like, we have the travel group, single moms group, business group. So you can make friends from there. People meet out a lot from that group. So it's just to also have your life outside dating as well.
So build a better social calendar.
Yes.
So to speak.
Yes.
So there has become a very online approach to dating and meeting people, which I can't really connect with it because, you know, that didn't happen for me. I had a physical meeting with my now husband. But I'm thinking about the new dynamic that has come about. There's Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp. In 2021, people have tried that and probably they didn't get so far. So would you say they should switch it up for 2022?
I think it depends on what you're looking for. I've met like the best people online. And these are like friends. So if you're looking for dating, relationship, and that's where your mind is focused, it might be frustrating when you don't get that, if you keep meeting the wrong people. If you're just open to making new friends and meeting people, then it's not, you know, you don't get easily frustrated. I've met like a lot of business partners, friends, and all that just online. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for and the effort you put into it. But if people have tried online and it hasn't worked, maybe they can change their approach, you know, because if you're meeting different people and something isn't working, then you need to kind of just really check what exactly is the issue, you know.
All right. I wanted to touch on the fact that meeting people online has sometimes been stigmatized to just wanting one thing. Maybe, let's say, a roll in the hay. Let's use that terminology. And that stigma around online dating might have followed people throughout the past year. And in 2022, you know, you don't want to make the assumption that that's going to continue.
Yes, but I think dating has changed. Online dating has changed now. Of course, there are some platforms that you go to that are possibly free. Of course, anything is going to be on that web platform to just see what they can do and everything. But when you go to platforms where you have to put the effort in, you know, in filling some forms or having verification done, making some payments, it's a lot of stress for you to just want to roll in the hay. When there are options for you to just go easily and just, you know, go to the other options. Exactly. So why would you go through the stress of going through this? So you're likely to go to the platform that makes sense, that not a lot of people would be there to just, you know, roll in the hay.
So I like the fact that you've touched a lot on being intentional. Of course, if you're filling out a form, putting in details about yourself, you're being intentional about putting yourself out there to a group of people that are legitimately looking for love or long-term commitment, so to speak. But then there are some people that were looking for that long-term commitment throughout last year and they didn't get it, and now they just want to go out for fun. And in 2022, 2020, everybody was locked down, so to speak. So there is that carefree mindset of just live your life. I want to enjoy myself. What do you say to people that tell you that?
I mean, people were getting married in the lockdown, so so we had a girl that had a YouTube series on how she met her husband on Lagos Matchmaker and got married during the lockdown. So everyone had different experience of what the lockdown meant for them. People were finding themselves, people were meeting people, it was working, it wasn't working. So I think it's just boils down to you and what you really want, because there's some people that are physically making the efforts, but not emotionally making the efforts to meet someone. So at the end of the day, you can't really blame someone if you're not putting your all in as well.
All right. You know, I'm going to touch on some of the things that you've noted people often request for. So maybe I've done I've been intentional, I've filled in all the forms, I've gone onto the platforms, and I've started chatting. What is it about me that I can put in place to make myself more attractive?
I think the goal is more to be yourself than make yourself more attractive. You know, so, but even in writing down your goals, people forget that there are degrees to stuff, which is not, you know, anyone's fault. So someone reached out and said they want someone that's really prayerful, you know, he goes to church all the time, and she was matched with someone like that. And then she said, oh, his own is too much. He goes like 4 or 5 times. She wanted someone that goes maybe just twice. So there are degrees to what you say you want. If you want someone that's romantic, then you might say, oh, this person is too romantic for me. So you have to understand that with what you say, there's still degrees to it. And so it's just good to just be intentional, write down what you want and what you genuinely like, so that you don't end up being matched with someone else that's, you know, matched for who you say you are, which you really aren't. Like, that's why your profile should really be clear about who you are.
Okay. Be clear about who you are, about what you want, who you're looking for. And of course, in your relationships in 2022, it's gonna be a lot of fun if you are a little more intentional. Date night should be a Thursday night. Oh, well, Thursday evening, not night.
I mean, for couples as well. So I don't know. Couples do have
Couples,
date night
yes,
a lot, so.
date night. Let's add it to our schedule in 2022, shall we? I have to say a big thank you to you for joining us. And, of course, all through the month, you've been giving us some really great insights into relationships. And we thought it would be nice for you to join us in the kitchen today.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so our chef, Inse, has been hard at work. Winfrey and Mary are standing by with her right now. And please, join us. Thank you for joining us.
Yay.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh, this
Yes.
looks
Hi,
good.
Edie. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This
you know,
looks
I
good.
found your perspective very interesting. But I'm really curious about something.
Okay.
For someone who isn't outgoing, this Thursday date night, do you think it's going to work out?
Some things are not comfortable, but you have to just.
But dating that often, even if it's to make friends, every week, every Thursday.
Maybe twice a month.
Do you know, I find that very daunting, especially for the kind of person that I am. Like, I can't even imagine it. Like, it's better to remain single. Okay, so, like, the thought of going out every week, I can't even think about it. But really, for people who are introverts, what advice would you give?
You hang out with your friends, your female friends, every week, I'm guessing.
Okay. Some of us are going to stay single.
Okay, so now I think the question I have here now, since we're talking about food, what role do you think food plays in relationship? I'm sure in this new year, what role should food play in relationship?
Well, I mean, for first dates, it's important.
For first dates, okay,
I mean,
why?
it's important the restaurants you kind of, tell the person you want to take them to. So if someone says, I want to take you out, and I'm curious about the restaurant, I'm curious to see what your taste is like what do you order on the menu and things like that. Yes, but as for cooking, I'm not sure at the beginning stages of relationship it's there yet.
Advice? Okay.
Okay, well, for some of us, food is our love language, so that's all right. But imagine just someone taking you to like an amala joint or some local place. Would it send wrong signals, or it's just
No, as long as
simply...
you told me beforehand, so I just dress for that.
Okay. Oh, you have to be told, so you can dress for it.
Wherever you're going to.
Aha. Okay, you know, someone will say, let me surprise you.
Wow.
But is it okay for food to be your love language?
Surprise.
I don't know if it's food. Maybe the gesture of the food. Maybe
It's not the gesture, it's the food. We like the food. I won't sugarcoat it.
Do you like the person buying you food or cooking for you? Like,
I just want the food.
You don't care how it's made, how it's produced.
Restaurants, just go to restaurants. You're good.
Exactly, it's restaurant.
Okay, so we've had Chef Inse here all morning making this amazing, she calls it super plantain, right? Okay, and we have some plantain, some scent leaf, some periwinkle, some goat meat, and some cow skin. We'd like for you to taste it and tell us exactly what you think.
Thank you, and it looks good too. I like this whole decoration. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
This is nice. It's like a porridge or soup. Okay, it feels like I should have swallow with it.
Yes, watery.
Tastes really good.
Oh, okay. Tastes really
That's
good.
the way to go.
Yes.
Okay.
What tribe is this from?
What is it?
What tribe? Like,
Akwa Ibom.
oh, great.
It's actually an Akwa Ibom dish.
Oh, because I'm a Akwa Ibom, so I'm just wondering how
You've never had this? Wow.
I mean, it seems familiar, but that's why I was asking what tribe it's from. So, yeah, it's
Okay.
nice.
Okay, so we're just going to have a sisters conversation afterwards. But of course, we must say a very big thank you to everyone who has been a part of the show today and everyone who has contributed. Thank you too for watching.
Definitely.
Yeah. And
Titi, it is the last Wonder Woman's Wednesday
For the year
2021. What do you have to say?
Well, I have to say a big shout out to all of you who are on social media and online watching us right now. Big shout out to our e-community. Of course, there's still loads of gifts to be won. Our 12 days of giveaways ends on Friday. So make sure you hit us up at TVC Connect.
And don't you worry, we will still be running the world in 2022.
You literally
we will
took it
be
out
there.
of my mouth. Who runs the world?
Girls, yes, nothing. And all the men are like, let's let's go, Dom. It's a wrap, people. Have a jolly good time. And, of course, join us again bright and early tomorrow.
Bye.
All right. Bye.